evening, good evening. Listen, let's make some fried pecan pies. Doesn't that sound good? And I've even got me some vanilla ice cream I'm going to put on top of it. So come on over here to this skillet. It's easy as pie. It is pie. So anyway, here's our skillet. And I got me 1 cup of packed brown sugar. I've got me 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to get me 2 cups of pecans to go in my pecan pie. I've had this in the freezer right here, so I'm undoing it. That's how I do mine. And here's what I got this time. I'm using the fancy pecan. They're small pieces. Now, if you've got the regular size pieces, you could use that. But I thought that would be really good in a fried pie, because when you bite down in it, you're getting pecan in every one. So we're supposed to have 2 cups of this, 2 cups of Priester's pecans. Let's see, where is this? This is 4 cups. So that's 4 cup thing. Let's see what this is. I ain't got quite enough. Y'all keep your pecans in the freezer, and you need to start ordering you some, because listen, Thanksgiving's going to be here before you can turn around. All right, there's 2 cups. 2 cups. Okay, so you don't put that in right this second, though. All right, so we've got our brown sugar and our 4 tablespoons of butter, and we've got 2 eggs we're supposed to beat lightly. 2 eggs. Beat those up kind of lightly. I'm having to bend over to see y'all. Y'all having to bend over to see me. All right, don't you think that's light enough? All right, we need 1/4 cup. I mean, 1/2 cup of just your regular corn syrup. And I couldn't find my 1/2 cup. I know it's here because I just got these. Somebody sent them to me. So I'm using 2/4 cup instead. And to make my 1/2 cup. All right, there's 1/4 cup. And we're going to turn this on medium heat until it kind of starts boiling. And then we're going to turn it down to a simmer. We're not going to put our vanilla or our pecans in it right now, but we are going to put our eggs. Let me get this kind of done up a little bit here. All right, I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to put our eggs in there. And I got it turned on. Let me mix it all up. We're going to have pecan fried pies tonight. Won't that be something different? Boy, I already got my dough ready. Look over here. See right there? I got my big pile of dough. I've made that up already. So that when I do get ready, I'll have it ready. All right. I'm saving my eggshells, y'all. I'm putting these in my mulch bed. I hadn't got but just about 1/8 of a cup in there. Don't you think I'll just pour it on in? I do. Might as well. I'm not going to put that little bitty bit back in the freezer. I'd wind up just eating it plain. As soon as this gets melted good now and comes to a simmer, I'm going to pour our pecans in it. And we're going to put a teaspoon of vanilla, but it said after you simmer it for about 8 minutes, just to let it sit, and then right before you make your pies, stir your vanilla in. So that's what we'll do. I'm going to turn it down some now. It's not quite simmering yet, but when it gets to where it's boiling, I'm going to let it simmer 8 minutes. I'm not going to stay on here with you for 8 minutes. I mean, heck, you got things to do too, don't you, darling? So I'll be back, and when it starts simmering, I'm gonna stir it for 8 minutes, and I'll show you what I throw in the pecans. All right, it's beginning to simmer. See that? So when that begins to simmer, put your pecans in there. 2 cups of it. Stir it up. And we're gonna let it simmer now for 8 minutes in this. I shouldn't have got out this thing. That's not working. I'm going to try to time it a little bit over there on the clock. Okay. Gosh, that looks good. Can you see down in there? Look at that. What you say? What you say, honey? That looks so good. Okay, I'm just going to let it just kind of sit here and simmer. And I'll be back in 8 minutes. Okay, it's simmered for 8 minutes. Now I'm going to pour in a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we'll be ready to make our pies. We'll be ready to make our pies. Stir it around a little. And we are ready to make them now. Let's get over here. I'm going to get me a hot pad to put this on so we can get our dough spread out. And we're going to start frying pies. I'll sit right here. Y'all just wait on me. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, y'all come over here and sit with me now. Y'all get right here. I've got the skillet right there. See how I got it set up? And y'all are sitting on the Quaker box, in case you're wondering where you're sitting. You are sitting on the oatmeal box. Oh, Lordy. All right, here's our rolling pan. I've already taken our dough while that was cooking. And I made me some just balls about that size is what you want. And we're going to roll it out now. Let me get around here so I can get it done. You put the grease on the skillet. Let's get it hot. Okay. What else do we need, y'all? We need a knife, a fork. We need a spoon to put the goodie in. And what else? Think. What else we need to make fried pies? Besides this to crimp around the edges. We need our little water. Our little bowl of water, remember? Let me get out a bowl. Put a little water in it just for the count. Like this. Put it to the side. All right, now let's make us a pie. Okay. We'll be rolling this out while that's heating up, or while our grease is heating up. If this sticks to your surface, that means you didn't have enough flour in it now. You want it kind of stiff. And I made this up fresh, but it's made just like biscuit dough, except you put a lot more flour in it. All right, here's our little pecan filling. Put it in there like that. Spread it out. Put a little more. Gosh, that looks good. Doesn't that look good? Mm. All right, put your water around the edge like that. Pull this over it. Like that. I'm hoping you can see. Pat it down with your finger. Trim it a little bit so it'll be pretty. You don't need that. And then take your fork, put it in your flour, and then crimp around the edge. Now that water's gonna hold that pie together. And when that grease gets hot over there, we're fixing to fry it. It's not hot yet. So let me just roll out another one while we're waiting on it. This is all it is to it. I'm gonna turn y'all off a minute now. I'm gonna make up the rest of them. And then when the grease gets hot, we'll start frying together. And we're gonna have vanilla ice cream on top of these pecan fried pies. I mean, you can't beat that. As my daddy would say, you can't beat that with a hoe handle. Okay, y'all, we've got one almost ready and two frying. And I'm just keeping working. Y'all know I'm gonna have to sweep this kitchen when I get through. It looks like I've had a snowstorm in here. I got a pecan hooked in that one somehow. I don't know what happened. Put you a nice tablespoon in there of that. That's about all it'll hold. If you put too much, it'll open up around the edges. Make sure you put your water on right now. That makes a huge difference. Okay, we're coming right along here. All right, this one is done right here, and I'm gonna take it out, drain it, and sit it on my platter, and flip these two over right here because they hadn't cooked on the other side. I'll let those be cooking while I'm doing something else. Right? Sure enough, y'all better be thinking what you're going to be doing for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's almost September. It's almost September. Or is it September? This is the last of the month, so I don't even know what day it is. You know, when you retire, you don't have to keep up with days of the week anymore. They all kind of run together, don't they? They all kind of run together. I'm excited about this because this is my first time. As long as I've been eating pecans all my life, I have never made a pecan fried pie. This is my very first time ever. So I'm excited about it. I know they're going to be delicious. They surely look pretty. Let me see what's happening over here. These two are ready. Okay, let's put some more in there now. My skillet will hold 3 pecan pies at one time. I'm about out of flour. Let me get a little bit more flour. Y'all can, I made the dough out of biscuit dough, so I use self-rising, white lily self-rising. Get that pecan over there. The last one I had a pecan stuck in the crust, didn't I? That might be a new recipe we could try. Put your pecans in there and roll it in there and cook it all together. Okay, here's that one. Can y'all still see a little bit? Let me push you down. You're probably seeing what you don't want to see, aren't you? Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I've been reading your comments and all. So the other day I did something on there, and this person wrote in and said, "This is supposed to be a cooking show. Why are you doing that on there?" Well, y'all, I know it's a cooking show, but I got a life other than cooking, y'all. I got grandbabies and stuff I like and all that. I know it's supposed to be a cooking show because the name of it is Cooking with Brenda Gantt, isn't it? If you're watching Brenda Gantt Recipes, that's a fake site. If you're watching that guy, I can't even think of his name, it's got all my stuff on it. I hadn't given him permission. If you're watching Brenda Gantt Home or Brenda Gantt Fan Club, or if it's got the word join on it, don't join it. Mine doesn't have join, it's got follow. There's a big difference. Mine says follow. So if it says join, you're probably watching a fake site. Don't y'all hate it when you turn your pie over and he doesn't want to stay over? He wants to flip back on the other side. Reminds me of little babies when you're trying to get them to... I can't see y'all. Hey! When you're trying to get your baby to roll over and you turn him over one way and he won't do it. He wants to roll over the other way. I'm going to make a glaze to go on top of this now, y'all. Out of powdered sugar and water. I know some of y'all said you used milk. That's fine and dandy if you want to. I just use water. Okay, there we go. Let me take these up. They're ready. Let me get y'all over here where you can see. Come on. Come on over here, sweetheart. Now then. Y'all can see a little bit better. Alright, I'm going to put these on. Alright, now while that's cooking, I'm gonna make my glaze. Y'all come over this way. Can you want to sit in the kitchen window a little bit? Let's get us some powdered sugar to go in here. Powdered sugar. I'm gonna get a couple of scoops of that. I keep it in a jar over here. Okay, now then, we'll get a spoon. Here's one right here in my drying rack. And you turn your water on just very, very, very little. I want y'all to see how little I got this water on. Can y'all see that little stream of water right there? It's falling on my butter thing. Anyway, don't have it any higher than that. And just do it in there like that. And don't do it long. Then take it out. Because you'll get too much water in a heartbeat. That's all it's going to take, I reckon. Look at that. See that? Didn't take but about 2 or 3 teaspoons if it took that. That's it. I'm not putting any more. All right, come back over here now. And we'll put it on what we've already made. And we'll put some glaze on our fried pecan pies. Now, wouldn't your family be excited on Thanksgiving if they woke up? Maybe you could even have this for breakfast. Why not? Huh? Let me flip these over. Cook them on that side a little bit. And while that's doing, I'm going to glaze these. And this is how I do it. Let me get you right here where you can see. I'm going to put y'all right down on it. Like that. How's that? I hold it I hold mine even. And then I do like that. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, I got 2 more pies ready over here. Let me get those out. Alright, here's another one. Now I'm going to put my last 2 pies on in the grease, and then I'm fixing to put the stuff on those. They'll be ready. See how that dries on there really quickly? Can y'all see that? But if you put too much of your water on your glaze, it'll be too runny. All right, I'm going to save this last little bit of glaze right here from the last 2 pies. Okay. And that's how you do it, y'all. That's how you make fried pecan pies. Instead of apple or peach, it'd give you something different to do. So y'all just get you some of these. You don't have to use this fine. That's the last of that bag. You don't have to use the small pieces. I did, and I think it worked really good. I liked it in there. I think it's going to work. But I did have some that's called fancy pieces that's out there in the freezer, and I used those the other day. I remember that. So if you've got that, why don't you put it on your chopping block if you hadn't got this, and chop it just a few more little extra times so that it'll be a little bit smaller when you put it in your pie. And I think that'll be a good thing. The pecans are beginning to fall, and we're going to just be in the season, so get yours round up, get them all, and keep them in your freezer when they get there till you're ready to bake your cakes and pies and cookies with it for a happy Thanksgiving. Love y'all. Bye-bye.